This video is brought to you by BBPTV, a division of True Social Media. Hi there, it's Elaine Lindsay of True Social Media and Business Banter Plus TV. And we're live today with some very special guests. I have with me Jennifer and Kieran Palmer. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, it's great to have you here. This is another one of our incredible videos for JDRF. That's the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. And we do these videos to help get the word out as best we can because we're getting ready for 2017 already. We're prepping for the next walk to cure diabetes. And with that in mind, we're going to start talking with Jennifer because it's Kieran that has type 1 diabetes, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and Kieran, I understand you are 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where it's a little shy making when someone puts you on video. So we're going to talk to Kieran's mom to get started. How did you find out that Kieran had type 1 diabetes?
Well, it was actually a pretty short time between the time that we suspected something was wrong till the time of diagnosis. He had just turned 2 in January, and sometime in April, we noticed that he was peeing and drinking a lot more than usual. And actually, it was the daycare that alerted us to it at first because he was not toilet trained yet. So he was actually peeing excessively through his diapers, and they were changing him almost nonstop.
Wow.
So when I picked him up from the daycare the one day, they said that they were concerned. We thought perhaps he had just finished with having a virus the week before. We thought maybe it could have been something to do with that. But anyway, we brought him home, and that night he woke up in the middle of the night and he was crying and screaming for water. And at that point he was almost addicted to milk, so I thought it was really strange that he was wanting water so badly. And as quickly as I was giving him water, he was peeing it out. So I was changing his diapers 3 or 4 times that night, and I knew something was wrong. So the next morning, woke up and took him to the doctor. I'm a teacher, so I had a student a few years before who had type 1 diabetes, and I knew that they were symptoms, but I was hoping I was wrong.
Yeah.
And anyway, the doctor did the test. He honestly didn't think he had type 1 diabetes because he looked so healthy and he was so active. But he did the test anyway, and it turned out that he did in fact have type 1 diabetes.
Okay. Well, it's very hard on the whole family, and especially Kieran. That's a lot to handle when you're 2.
Absolutely.
So what were the next steps for you, and how soon did JDRF get involved?
Well, actually, I would say that the fact that he was 2 actually was a bit in our favor because he was young enough that he adapted pretty quickly.
Yes.
His brother had a bit of a harder time adapting to the change. He was that much older. He was 4 at the time. So anyway, he spent a few days in the hospital, and I believe it was actually 3 days after we left the hospital, we were talking with a nurse, and she had mentioned the walk that was coming up. He was diagnosed in April, and the walk was happening very shortly after. So I knew that I wanted to do something. I was feeling pretty helpless at the time, and feeling like I really wanted to feel like I was making a difference. And so I started immediately. I signed up on the site to put a team together for JDRF, and we did the walk. And actually, after the walk was when I met Sabrina, and she spoke to me about Kieran and his story, and she expressed interest in talking to me a little bit more. So that's how I got into contact with Sabrina.
JDRF, they are very big on making sure that everyone with type 1 diabetes has, access to their community, because it certainly makes it easier, not just for the parents, but also for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So Kieran, can we ask you a question now? Okay. So you were told that you had diabetes when you were 2, and now you're 3. What do you have to do every day?
Get needles.
Get needles.
Hate getting needles.
You and me both. We're hoping JDRF is going to be able to find new ways.
Uncle Will, he
What's
has
that?
type 2 diabetes.
One of his uncles has type 2.
One of your uncles has type. Does he take needles too?
No.
No, he just has to poke his
He
finger.
does the finger pokes, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have needles.
I don't like the finger pokes. I understand, and I don't like the needles either. What are the things that you do every day that helps you with your diabetes?
Do you eat healthy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do lots of active things? Do you like to play and play sports? You play hockey?
Oh, I'm glad to hear you play hockey. Have you tried baseball?
Baseball, right? You play t-ball with Dad
At home.
at home.
Do you eat lots of good vegetables and fruit?
I ate apples at breakfast.
Excellent. Apples are great. You should have an apple every day.
I had apples for lunch.
Good. Will you be going to school next year, or are you in daycare?
Do you start school in September, or do you start school next September? Next September, yeah.
And you'll be able to help people at your school because you know what to do with your diabetes, right? How did you do in the walk last year?
How did you do?
Good.
So we raised lots of money, didn't we? And this past year we had over 20 people that came to the walk. What was our team name? Team
Kieran.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a really good team to be on, Team Kieran. So next year in 2017, there's going to be another walk to cure diabetes, like there is every year. And through the support of JDRF, these happen in many, many communities across the country and in America as well.
Bye.
Thank you very much for talking with me today.
Thank you.
It was very nice to meet you.
Thanks for meeting you.
Well, thank you. You have fun for the rest of the day.
Well, I think that JDRF is a pretty powerful organization because they're working very hard to get what everybody who has type 1 diabetes or who has been affected by type 1 diabetes desperately wants, which is a cure. So there's some amazing new innovations have come out in the past few years, even with trying to better manage type 1 diabetes. And it is our hope that in the next few years, there will be at least a better way to manage Kieran's diabetes. And really what we're ultimately working for is that cure.
Yeah, I think a cure is absolutely what we're working for, but there are lots of strides forward. And the only way that we can do that is by making sure that people turn out for the walk to cure diabetes and turn out for any and all of the events, community, schools, etc., that help fund JDRF and get us closer and closer to finding a cure for type 1 diabetes.
The other thing I wanted to mention is that I really think that there needs to be a lot more education and awareness of what type 1 diabetes is. So that's another thing that I'm really working towards making happen in my world anyway, and I'm hoping that that message will get out a little bit.
I think that's really excellent, and you've given us a really good opening to talk about a little video that Kieran has that talks about being 3 and how you deal with type 1 diabetes.
Hello, I'm Kieran. I have type 1 diabetes. I'm 3 years old. I got type 1 diabetes when I was 2. I am strong. I am strong because I eat lots of healthy food. I wish I didn't have type 1 diabetes because I don't like the pokes. Thank you for walking with me and giving money. I hope I don't have to have pokes when I know there.
Jennifer, thank you very much. Incredible of you to go to the lengths you did to be able to be with us today. I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate the fact that Kieran, who is, remember, 3, was incredibly patient with us and was a great little trooper for this video today. It's Elaine Lindsay of True Social Media and Business Banter Plus TV. Don't forget JDRF 2017 Walk to Cure Diabetes. If you want to get involved, you want to throw in a team, you can go to jdrf.ca. Thanks very much, Jennifer. It was great talking to you today.
Thank you.